What's going on? It's Ed here from ClicksGeek, and today we're going to talk about the reality of cold calling for digital marketing agencies and cold calling in general. So we're in the process of hiring 1 to 2 cold callers for a project we're working on, and I want to let you guys know what we're setting internally as our expectations to give you a better picture of what it's like cold calling in reality. It is a numbers game, but that's a loaded statement. You do need a volume of calls, but that's a loaded statement. What you really need is a dialed in script that you've memorized and internalized that comes off natural. And then you've got to also have documented responses to all of the brush offs and rebuttals and objections that you're going to get. And you want to internalize those as well. Once you are able to internalize everything and it doesn't come off as a script like what you envision as a cold caller calling from a call center somewhere that hates their job, and more like an actor who professionally studies and internalizes a script, the better off you're going to be. So you figure for every 100 calls the caller will make, they might connect with 10 or 15 of those people. Let's go with 10 just as an example. Those other 90 you're going to be leaving voicemails for. And if you're using a dialer, which auto rotates through the list and auto calls for you, there's a button in those that you can automatically drop a pre-recorded voicemail for them to speed up the process. With a dialer, you can go, a power dialer, you can go through a list way faster than you can without. There are tons of dialers out there. Phone burner is one. There are cheaper options out there. Just look up, best phone power dialers and look for reviews. There's cheaper examples. There's better examples. Some record them, some don't. You do want them recorded because you want to be able to go in and train. So I like the recording feature. We use Close for it because that's the CRM we have, and it's got a dialer built in. So that's what we use. But so 100 calls as an example, 85 to 90 you're going to go to voicemail or you're not going to connect, and then you're going to have 10 to 15 conversations with someone in there. Out of there, you should be pulling 2, 3, 4, 5 appointments. That's how we look at it. Even if it's 10 people and you have an appointment with 2 of them, or you set an appointment with 2 of them, that caller is not making 100 calls a day. That you want them making 200 plus calls a day. So you're looking at maybe 4 appointments a day. And the way we want it is we want our guys getting somewhere between 2 to 5 appointments per day, or 5 plus. But not all appointments are created equal. You want these appointments actually showing. So what you're going to find is sometimes people will, the more recordings you listen to, they'll just buzz through it and basically just get to the point where the prospect agrees to a time, and it's more getting that person off the phone and brushing them off than it is actually being interested in a time. So asking good questions. If you go through, we've got cold call examples on this channel, like live cold call examples and cold call scripts and stuff like that, and you'll see what I mean by it's essentially a brush off to book the appointment that they have no expectation that they're going to show for. Those don't count as appointments, and what they do is they fill up the calendar with wasted space and wasted time and velocity that sucks. So you don't want that. I'd rather, instead of 5, I'd rather 2 that actually show up rather than 5 with maybe 2 or 3 that don't show up. So you do want quality in here over quantity in terms of the appointments. So that's what we look for in terms of stats for a cold calling campaign. The more the merrier, and then off of that, we should be closing. Depends on the offer, depends on what's on offer, and depends on your sales scripting behind it. But we would close somewhere between probably 15 and 30% of those appointments into a sale. Some are immediate, and then some are over, let's say, like the next 30 days. It might take a little bit more follow-up, but I'm always shooting for a 1-call close or 2-call close if I can. That's what I like. Yeah, that's it. I just want to go over those stats real quick. I've had a bunch of people ask about cold calling and what to expect, and one thing I'll say is Grant Cardone's got some really good stuff on cold calling. If you go to YouTube and type in Mastering the Cold Call Grant Cardone, there's a 40-minute video in there with Jared Gallant going through their cold calling process. That's excellent. $1 Million Rebuttal is an excellent book on cold calling. Setting Sales Appointments by Scott Channel is an excellent book on cold calling. I really liked, I just reread Mike Weinberg's New Sales Simplified, and that's a very good book as well, because that's the importance of getting your sales story and your messaging correct, as opposed to just spray and pray. He's very strategic, and I'm actually going to redirect some of the stuff we do and follow that path. But yeah, those are some of the books that we recommend on cold calling. And then also we've got, I don't know, probably 10 or 15 videos on the channel about it as well. So this is Ed here from ClicksGeek. We're a Google Premier Partner Agency, and we specialize in lead gen for local businesses. If you need anything, give us a shout. I'll drop a link to a bunch of our links in the description to our services, to some courses that we offer for business owners and for agencies. If you need anything, hit me up. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Have a great day, guys. Bye.